All right, guys, drop everything. We need to talk about the mess that just went down. Amazon just launched their new Amazon Haul feature today, and man, this might be the most poorly executed product launch I've seen from a major tech company in a long time. You know when a company tries to copy something popular but completely misses out on what made it special in the first place? Well, that's exactly what happened here. I spent the last 6 hours diving deep into Amazon Haul so you don't have to waste your time. I've recorded my entire experience trying to use the platform, compared it side by side with Temu, and documented every single frustrating moment. And let me tell you, Temu has absolutely nothing to worry about. Amazon somehow managed to take everything fun about social shopping and turn it into a half-baked dollar store. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, Amazon Haul is supposed to be their answer to Temu's addictive shopping experience. You know those satisfying scrolling sessions where you discover amazing deals and play fun games for prizes? Well, Amazon looked at Temu's winning formula and said, how can we cut corners and throw something out quickly right before the holidays that sucks? I'm not even exaggerating, wait until you try it. In this video, I'm walking you through everything wrong with Amazon Haul. The weird product mix, the total lack of social features that make Temu actually fun, and prices that make no sense. Plus, I'll show you why Amazon completely misunderstood what makes people love shopping on platforms like Temu in the first place. Spoiler alert, it's not just about throwing random products into a feed and calling it a day. But first off, how did we get here in the first place? If you haven't heard of Temu, they're an e-commerce company that specializes in selling dirt cheap products to cost-conscious consumers in more than 45 countries worldwide, including the United States. For the past 2 years, Temu has become a major rival to Amazon, and they've been on a sharp rise since their launch in September of 2022. They've got deep pockets too, exploding in popularity after spending $14 million to run multiple ads during the Super Bowl. Now, according to Statista, Temu was the most downloaded e-commerce app in 2023, surpassing Amazon with over 120 million downloads. In only 2 short years, Temu already has about 1/3 the traffic of Amazon. And then there's Shein, one of the largest fast fashion retailers in the world, selling trendy and affordable clothing to customers in over 200 countries. Shein has built its reputation on replicating high fashion looks at a fraction of the cost. Spot a celebrity in a stylish outfit? Well, chances are Shein sells a cheaper knockoff for pennies on the dollar. Both Shein and Temu thrive by offering super low prices thanks to their direct from China shipping model that allows them to avoid paying taxes. And their strategy has taken a significant toll on Amazon. In fact, Amazon reps have told me that their apparel sales are down at least 30% year over year. But instead of innovating or improving their own marketplace, Amazon decided to copy Temu with a new service called Amazon Haul. And honestly, I find this so ironic. On my channel, I often discuss how Chinese sellers rip off Western brands. Now, the roles are reversed. Western companies are now knocking off Chinese brands. What world are we living in? And the kicker, we're not even good at copying. Amazon Haul is a horrible replica that was rushed out the door. So what even is Amazon Haul, and how is it different from regular Amazon? Well, the main difference is that everything on Amazon Haul is super cheap. Nothing costs more than 20 bucks, and to make it feel different, Amazon made a whole new section in their app with its own shopping experience and checkout separate from the usual Amazon.com. But here's the catch. Everything ships straight from China. So you're looking at delivery times of 1 to 2 weeks. If your order's over 25 bucks, you get free shipping, but if it's under $25, you're stuck paying $3.99 for shipping. And the stuff they sell, it's mostly dirt cheap, no-name products with terrible product descriptions, all shipped from China. Now, at least Amazon nailed that part. The products are all junk. But how does Amazon Haul stack up against Temu? Well, the first thing that hit me was how much worse the product selection is on Amazon Haul compared to Temu. After browsing for 30 minutes, I literally could not find a single thing I wanted to buy. On the front page, they showcase their best sellers, and all I see are cable ties, screen protectors, shoelaces, and HDMI cables. Seriously, cable ties was the #2 bestseller. That's pretty bad. So hoping for something better, I checked out the electronics section next, but nope, it was the same disappointing story. More zip ties, a phone stand, some phone cases, and you guessed it, HDMI cables. Absolutely nothing exciting or cool to see. Now let's switch gears and check out Temu. Within the first 5 seconds, I immediately spot some pretty cool stuff, like a drone for $19.78 and a solar-powered battery charger for $12.51. Temu's product selection is on a completely different level. It's not even close. Plus, they have a sneaky advantage. They can sell pirated and knockoff merchandise far more easily than Amazon can. Take this retro gaming console as an example. It comes preloaded with a bunch of pirated Nintendo games. And there's no way Amazon could legally sell something like this in the US, but on Temu, they make it happen. So here's the deal. The biggest problem with Amazon Haul is that Amazon has to tiptoe around cannibalizing their main business, which is Amazon.com. That's their bread and butter, so they're being extra cautious. For example, I'm actually in the market for a jump rope right now. I checked out Amazon Haul and found one for $3.99. Sounds great, right? But then I looked on Amazon.com and the exact same jump rope is selling for $6.99. So which one do you think I'm gonna buy? Obviously the cheaper one on Haul. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you sign up for my free 6-day e-commerce mini course below that will teach you how to sell profitably online. It's 100% free and I guarantee you'll learn a lot. Now here's the problem. When I buy the $3.99 jump rope on Haul, Amazon makes 43% less in fees and doesn't earn a dime from their Amazon FBA service. If Amazon Haul takes off, they'll end up undercutting themselves. Think about it. Half the top sellers on Amazon are already Chinese sellers. And with Haul, they're just giving those same sellers a platform to sell even cheaper products. That's why Amazon is playing it safe with Haul. And let's be honest, that's exactly why the product selection sucks. And don't even get me started on the user interface. One of the best things about shopping on Temu is the gamification, and it's honestly genius. Temu doesn't just keep you on the platform with endless scrolling, they hook you with casual games. But these aren't just time wasters. Play them, and you can actually earn rewards and free stuff. 3 times a day, 39-year-old Ashley Nordquist, an optician in Fargo, North Dakota, logs into Temu to feed her virtual fish. If she feeds enough fish by tapping on a floating bag of fish food on her phone screen, Temu will send her a free product of her choice. And this is where Temu is brilliant. Ashley keeps running out of fish food, and to get more, she needs to refer a new user to the app. So she's constantly introducing Temu to her close friends and coworkers. Now, in addition to games, Temu keeps users hooked with clever rewards like spinning wheels, daily bonuses, and surprise discounts. Every interaction provides a little dopamine hit, creating a feedback loop that makes users want to keep coming back. And Temu doesn't stop there. They also incentivize users to share deals with friends in exchange for free stuff. A progress bar adds to the thrill, showing exactly how many more shares you need to unlock your reward. So the bottom line, Temu has absolutely nailed the art of gamification and viral social sharing. Just hop on YouTube and search for Temu Haul, and you'll find tons of people showing off the cool, practically free stuff they've scored on Temu, often for pennies on the dollar. It is a winning formula that keeps users coming back for more. Amazon Haul has none of that. No gamification, no rewards, no spinning wheels, nothing. And honestly, even if you got an influencer to hype up Amazon Haul, what would they even talk about? Oh, check out this amazing deal I got on cable ties. Yeah, real thrilling. The product selection is just plain boring, and to make it worse, the product descriptions are absolutely terrible. Take the jump rope I was looking at, for example. On Amazon Haul, there is literally no product description at all. Meanwhile, on Temu, the same jump rope is only $2.39, and it comes with real reviews, a proper product description, and even gamification elements right on the listing. So not only is Temu way more fun to shop on, but it also offers lower prices, better reviews, and actual details about the product. It's not even a contest. So why the hell would anyone shop on Amazon Haul? The main reason people use Amazon is for the convenience. Huge product selection and fast shipping, but Amazon Haul has neither one of those things. If Amazon really wanted to compete with Temu, the least they could have done is offer lower prices. But guess what? Every single product I checked was cheaper on Temu. Literally every single one. And at this point, it's hard to see why Amazon Haul even exists. The final nail in the coffin for Amazon Haul has to do with the new de minimis changes that were just made last month. And these changes pretty much make Amazon Haul dead on arrival. Here's how it works. The de minimis rule in the US allows goods worth $800 or less to come into the country without paying import taxes. No taxes means cheaper prices for products shipped from China to the US. And for years, Temu and Shein have been milking this loophole to offer dirt cheap prices. And it's pretty obvious that Amazon wanted in on the action with Haul, but with these new changes that I'm about to describe, that advantage is getting wiped out, and so is Haul's reason for existing. Back in September, the US government introduced some big changes to the de minimis rules to crack down on platforms like Temu and Shein that have been taking full advantage of this loophole. There are 3 major changes, and I'll break them down for you real quick. The first change is pretty straightforward. Any products that are subject to tariffs no longer qualify for the de minimis exemption. Before, Chinese sellers on platforms like Temu could easily avoid these tariffs by keeping their shipments under $800. But now, they've got to pay customs duties and tariffs on every single shipment, no matter how small. And let's not forget, with Trump in office, these tariffs are only going to increase and cover even more products. So what this means is that platforms like Temu, Shein, and Amazon Haul are all going to have to pay taxes and tariffs on most of their goods, which is going to drive up prices. Right now, about 40% of the imports from China are under these tariffs, and roughly 70% of what's sold on Temu and Shein falls into that category, and that number is definitely going to go up. The second change is even worse for platforms like Temu, Shein, and Amazon Haul. Now, sellers have to provide a 10-digit tariff classification number for every low-value shipment. This gives US Customs a way to flag items that should be taxed, making it harder for sellers to sneak things through. And on top of that, sellers also have to reveal the buyer who is claiming the de minimis exemption. This rule forces sellers to take more responsibility for the junk they're sending into the US. It's also going to make it tougher for platforms like Temu to sell fakes or knockoffs, which, let's be honest, is a big part of why people shop there in the first place. But here's the kicker. If you're a customer buying something for personal use and your shipment is over a certain value, you might have to give your social security number. I mean, who's going to actually do that? Sure, people might trust Amazon a little bit more than Temu with their social, but this is a massive deterrent. I just don't see people going through the hassle. The third and final change focuses on making sure products imported under the de minimis exemption meets US safety standards. Now, all importers of consumer goods will be required to file certificates of compliance electronically when the products arrive in the US, even for small, low-value shipments. Now, part of the reason stuff from places like Temu and Shein are so cheap is because they've been skipping safety testing altogether. For example, Temu has been shipping children's toys with unsafe levels of lead, phthalates, and other harmful chemicals. They've also been selling counterfeit chargers and electronics like phone chargers and power banks that don't have UL certification, which is designed to prevent fires and electric shock. Shein isn't any better. They've been accused of selling clothes and textiles with hazardous chemicals like formaldehyde and azo dyes that can cause skin irritation or allergic reactions. Some of their cosmetics have been found to contain harmful chemicals like mercury and hydroquinone, which can lead to serious health risks, including long-term toxicity. Now, with this new rule, the Consumer Product Safety Commission will be able to enforce stricter safety testing for products imported from China. And here's a twist. If you're a customer buying these items, you might even have to file a certificate of compliance yourself. And let's be real, who's going to go through all that hassle just to save a couple of bucks? These changes could completely shift how platforms like Temu and Shein operate. If Amazon Haul sticks to safety certified products, it's going to drive up prices. And at that point, you may as well just buy from regular Amazon.com. So yeah, it's pretty clear that Amazon Haul is dead on arrival. And here's the thing. All this was announced before the de minimis changes even came into play. But with Trump likely to double down on tariffs and restrictions, these China to US marketplaces are probably going to get nerfed even harder moving forward. Now that you understand what's going on with Amazon Haul, make sure you watch this video here to learn why dropshipping is pretty much dead as well.